Getting started with another revisit to Hero Colosseum. So, and hang on, let me just minimize this really quick. There we go, that's better. Alright, so getting back to Hero Colosseum again for a short bit. Got a few free battles to tackle here with the stack that was recommended to me. So first up, we're doing free battle 66, then we'll move on to 58, 33, and then probably Gamma 2, depending on how well it does. Alright, so first up is Blue Vegeta. And just to go over the deck really quick, we have one of the best units in the game, 655, Adult Gohan, Ultimate Gohan specifically. And he's duped fully into HP, with attack up second 2, defense up second 2, and average HP cure, average 350L. Next up we got Unit 316. You rarely ever see this guy, so it's nice to see him come up for a change. With defense up second 2, defense up master level 60, and average HP cure, average 350L. Duped entirely into attack. And we have one of my personal favorite units back from when it came out. I would still say he's one of my favorites, just not as good as he used to be. He's no slouch though, he's still a great one. That would be Super Saiyan 3 Bardock Unit 359, duped entirely in HP, which you can absolutely get away with given his posing skill. He already has great stats, and they get even better with his posing skill. And then you throw character skills into the mix, and that's even better. But anyway, for those, he has defensive second 2, defense up master level 60, and HP cure every 250L. Next, we have still one of the hardest hitting units to this day, and that is Blue Vegeta Unit 283, duped entirely into attack, with attack up master level 60, attack up second 2, and ADM up second. And then finally, we have Unit 369. Full power Super Saiyan Broly from Dragon Ball Super. If I'm telling you to attack, you have to with him, in my opinion. Attack of second 2. Attack up master level 60 and 80 up second. But getting on with our first fight. I wasn't really given a strategy for this deck, but I kind of have a couple ideas already. I definitely want to personally be saving UI Goku for any potential ultimates that the opponent might get. Because for whatever reason, no ultimate gauge down every turn skills were recommended, which I get why they weren't. You have Goku here, still though. I think that's pretty important. You know, why give your opponent the chance to do that? That's just my line of thinking anyway. And I'll put him down, and then... You know what? Hold on. Yeah, I gotta admit, that's a little bit awkward. I was gonna hold off until turn 3 to bring in Broly. But I guess since this is kind of my best option, like starting out, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Now I'm gonna have to do it very differently, assuming we get to Gamma 2. Really hoping this deck does well enough, because if not, then that ain't happening. Just letting everyone know that right now. I can't do them all the time, but we'll see what happens. So still unfortunately taking a bit of damage because this isn't really more of a tank focus deck. It's more of a HP and hard hitter kind of deck. I get what he was going for here, but I mean, without much damage mitigation and without much defense, which, yes, I do understand that the character skills are there and there is Ultimate Gohan here. Need a little bit more for a more defense-oriented team than just, you know, high HP and high damage. Still, though, it is nice to see some units that you don't often see here on the channel, or in general, really, because not a whole lot of people, unfortunately, still play Hero Colosseum. I'm one of the very few people still keeping it alive somewhat. And even with the lack of defense and damage mitigation, you know, outside of the character skills, it is nice to at least have those healing skills for that bit of sustain. And hopefully the audio mixing is a bit better for some people. I know that it was like really difficult to hear me most of the time, and I even had one guy in Bugs' Discord say to me it was distracting. But a lot of the time the music would still be just high enough to drown out good portions of what I was saying, so hopefully this is an improvement for some of you. Very nice counter by Bardock. Would have preferred if he took the unit out, but meh, could be worse. This is gonna deal a lot, I'm sure. Jesus, dude, 13k, very impressive. I mean, granted, he is the hardest hitting unit in the game, arguably. If anything, for raw attack. Like, he's pretty nuts. Now, thankfully, like I was saying earlier, we do have UI Goku, so we can easily soften this. In fact, while Gohan and Bardock are low, this is what we're gonna do. Actually, no, this might be better. No one skills, okay. Where does he go? So that would actually work out fine. Because not only is Broly going to be attacking both of them anyway, I'm also going to be hitting the Master for really heavy damage and mitigating their ultimate attack damage. So this is very doable to get away with. And I haven't really been letting Rose get any buffs at all throughout the fight, so that's also a huge benefit. And thankfully, because it is the health version of UI Goku, easily lives that attack from Zamasu. Fortunately, does not kill, that's alright though. Jesus, I was not expecting 15k. I'll gladly take this counter attack though, and I'm pretty sure Broly's just gonna kill like both of them coming up here. And bam. And that's done. Holy fuck, dude, 17k. Very big jump. Alright, next up we got Free Battle 58. Alright, so it's this one against Chomp. Alright, so Chomp is obviously a problem, and then you got her as well in the mix. And then he's scary like turn 1. He's generally scary throughout the game, and then, yeah, this was just kind of there. Completely dependent on your ultimate attack gauge. So you know what's funny about that? Actually, come to think of it, you could easily pair that up with like Omega Shenron. You know, the good one, the only good one, I would argue. Wait, was that right? No, it was like this. There we go, playing it safe. Now, unfortunately, they're dealing 30% more damage, but fortunately for our side, we have ultimate go on the field. So that should be like a 20% damage mitigation. It was either that or 10. I can't remember if it was 20% for like the ult. I didn't need to look at him again real fast, actually. Decent attack by Jiren. It shouldn't deal a whole lot. Never mind. Well, fuck. Well, at least I'll have health coming in. And more defense. Very impressive one shot by Bardock. Let's see how much Broly deal in turn 1. Hopefully like 12k maybe. Even better. Over 13.5k. Hell yeah. Love to see it. You either need to block from Broly or bait away from Broly. Hint, hint, EX16. And then we'll just do that again, really. I've at least already shown off each unit at least once, so pretty happy with that. And I already forgot to let you go on. I'll do it after this next turn. Shouldn't do too much. Thank you, Ultimate Gohan. That guy's such a good anchor for defense teams. No counter? Oh well. Broly's going to overkill him. Wham bam bam. Okay, not bad I suppose, but could be higher. The hell was affecting his damage there? Was it the freaking UI Goku maybe? Or the UI Son Goku? And then that. We still have that UI Goku on standby. Pumps on the field when you are attacked, repeatable. That might be what's causing that, actually. And then, what does it do again? Attack second for minus 20% attack to all opponents. And minus 10 damage dealt by them that turn only. Okay, so I was half right. It does both. One does minus 20% attack and then minus 10% damage dealt. That's even better, actually. Let's put down UI Goku. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do this again. Wait, where does he go? That's actually dangerous. I'm not gonna do that. Never mind. There we go. We'll just do that this turn. That was the right move because UI Goku likely would have killed my Vegeta there. Vegeta actually would have led. I was being paranoid. Still, thought I would play it safe. He had more defense and stats already. Oh damn, Gohan actually lived. Hell yeah. And boom. And more wham bam. Christ, dude, this Broly is so good. $33 sounds vaguely familiar. I forget which free battle that is. Let's go look real fast. Funny, I'm getting festival points while I'm doing this. I don't even care for those anymore. Like, I already grinded the hell out of mine during the week for Cross Versus, so I'm all finished. I'm just chilling now. I already got everyone's camaraderie maxed out. Now, if anyone deserves to win the festival, in my opinion, that would be RC. You ought to see his score right now on the current rate. It's obnoxiously high. He's got over 1.4 million last time I checked. Wait a minute. Okay, no, it's not the original Whis. And he is the good Goku. Fuck. Yeah, he is the really good Goku. A really good hacked Goku, no less. I forgot, does he lower their attack? Nah, just speed. Kind of a bummer, but hey, at least the AI was really dumb here. Didn't put Goku on his trigger square. So that's already a huge W for us. Really clear it's not the other one that ignores defense, but even then he wouldn't have been on his trigger square anyhow. At least not in that spot. This is what, like 13k to the master already? Oh, nice, even more. I'm contemplating on switching my toe out in my defensive deck for him, but I don't think that's a good idea. So I'm not gonna. But you can absolutely do that if you want to. Okay, so he goes in the upper middle only. Mostly on that side. Goku covers the other side, and then so does Whis. You know, I'm gonna leave it like this again. I was thinking of changing it up, but nah. Unfortunately, Goku is in the proper trigger square this time. Bit of a frame dip there. I don't know what the hell happened there. And let me guess, they probably get an ultimate attack after this turn is over. Because I just get a counter on Bardock and now Broly's going and... Oh, never mind, he's actually just not in the game. It's not turn 3 yet. That was easy. Moving on. I swear, this Broly is carrying like the whole team pretty much by himself. And then Goku is just a really helpful safety net. So, since it is done so well, let's go up against Gamma 2. Now, chances are, what he likes to do usually is put Gohan in the middle and Vegeta on his trigger square, both of which ignore defense, by the way. So what I'm going to do, because they have high enough health pools for me to get away with doing this, do that turn 1, put down Blue Vegeta 2. You know what I mean? Well, except the Gohan, but hey, now I don't have to worry about Vegeta, so there's that. Super Vegeta. I doubt Gohan's going to be able to kill him. Maybe if he gets a counter, but even then, that's a huge maybe. This won't do a whole lot, thanks to Gohan. And thankfully, Vegeta's also getting screwed over. Very nice Soaring Fist and awesome lucky counter attack. You take those here. Focus Flash. I used to use the hell out of that move, but the animation just takes so long. And it's really easy for it to whip. And you get stuck in the animation. Yeah, I changed it up after I found out about Vanishing Ball. Not a bad move, though, because another great thing about it is during the part where you're launching all the mini Ki blasts after you throw the ball, if there are basic Ki blasts being hurled at you, you'll completely block all those out. They will not touch you. So it's a really decent, versatile, hard-hitting skill in that regard. And I ain't risking this, so I'm going to put down Bardock. The AI is self-aware and probably knew I was going to do that, so it's very possible I could maybe lose him here. Because I don't have Gohan on the field, so that definitely blows ass. I should have taken off Blue Vegeta if I was going to do that. And let Gohan in. Oh well. Yeah, I think he dies here. Absolutely, that Gohan ignores defense. Rest in peace, Bardock. I think they still would have killed Gohan anyhow. And luckily, that one flank isn't being guarded. Do I get a lucky counter here? No, of course not, but that's fine, because now Vegeta's just going to wrap up the match. Very solid 15k. I was not expecting that turn 2. Alright, well that's pretty much going to do it for the vid here. I'm pretty exhausted from work, and I don't know if I talked about it at all on the channel, but my cat recently, unfortunately, went through some oral surgery. Thankfully, he's recovering okay. So I'm going to make sure that he's still doing alright and get some shit out here. Catch you guys later. Peace out.